In just over an hour, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and Prince George will arrive in Wellington for the first family. It's their first official trip together. But for Kate, it is something much greater. 31 years ago, Princess Diana's tour of Australia and New Zealand made her a global celebrity. Now Kate is following in her footsteps and is set to become the new People's Princess. She was a model mum, style icon and charity campaigner. Princess Diana was adored by millions. Now Diana's legacy has been carried out by the daughter-in-law she never met.
It's about carving your own future. No one's going to try and, no one's trying to fill my mother's shoes, and what she did is fantastic. It's about making your own future and your own destiny, and Kate will do a very good job of that.
From marriage to motherhood, the Duchess of Cambridge is being hailed the new People's Princess, and she's become the public face of a cause close to Diana's heart, raising awareness of hospices caring for dying children. Now, during the royal tour, all eyes will be on Kate, just as they were glued to Diana in 1983 when she visited Australia and New Zealand. A trip that transformed the young Princess of Wales into a global star, and it's set to make Kate the new Queen of Hearts. CNN's royal correspondent Max Foster is following the couple on their tour, and so is our royal editor Rob Jobson. Good morning to you both. Now, Max, first to you. You sat down with Prince William for his first interview after the birth of George. How do you think he reacts to Kate being called the new People's Princess?
Well, it was never a sort of a royal family term, I guess. It was Tony Blair that famously called Diana the People's Princess. So I don't think they feel any ownership over that. But there are certainly parallels with the whole hospice movement, the work that Kate's doing there. It was initiated by Diana. There are, it plays into that a lot, and it's certainly going to be Kate's big cause going forward. It's the one that she keeps coming back to, and she has talked about wanting to meet as many people as possible during this tour of New Zealand and of Australia. So she will be the People's Princess in the way, because she's going to make sure that we see her with crowds, with people, meeting the people she could potentially be the Queen of one day.
Yeah. Rob, how influential will this royal tour be for Kate, and also the whole royal family image?
I think it's very important, Koshi. I mean, I know we had those photographs at the airport and the camera there where they didn't really wave, but the tour actually officially starts here for the ceremonial welcome that's all being rehearsed behind me at Government House in Wellington. So that was the only reason they did that. But I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Kate interacting with the crowds, as Max was saying. Also, we've got Prince George on this trip, which I think will make a big influence in terms of making them more a friendly new royal family that they're trying to portray. So yeah, I think it's going to be a very important tour to Kate. She's looking forward to it. She's never been to Australia or New Zealand before, so she's very much looking forward to the whole experience.
Max, William has spoken openly about fatherhood and raising Prince George, and I must admit it was very cute when he was going up the steps to the plane here in Sydney an hour or two ago. He looked as though he was holding a Winnie the Pooh backpack or bear for George. What do you think we'll see from the family during this visit?
Well, not enough, I don't think, really. A lot of people are pretty frustrated that you won't see much of Prince George. I mean, we weren't meant to see those pictures in Sydney. That just sort of came out of Australian media. The first appearance was meant to be here in the next couple of hours as they arrive. And then on a couple of occasions, once in New Zealand, probably at an engagement, and then once in Australia. They haven't even confirmed those. So we're not going to see them much as a family together. But certainly they are hands-on parents. I've seen them with George, and they are, they do a lot of the work. They do have a nanny, but they're hands-on parents. They're not aloof parents, and they are very, very involved in his life. They are a family unit. And when we had that photo a couple of weeks ago of them looking out of the window, you see them with Lupo as well, the dog. They very much are a family unit. They want the world to see that, but they don't want to see too much. They want to protect that privacy that's so important to them.
Rob, a testament to their popularity, I suppose, is the amount of media following them from right around the world. What's it going to be like following them on this tour?
I think it's going to be madness, Koshi. I mean, I learnt last night at the media briefing there are in total 450 media accredited for the New Zealand leg of this trip, which, although they're not all going to be in the same place at the same time, that is quite extraordinary. That certainly outdoes the Charles and Diana years. And there's media crews from all across the world, from Good Morning America to Japan and to Germany. So, yeah, I think it's going to be an incredible amount of media attention, and it's going to be a huge visit.
Well, gentlemen, excitement in Australia and New Zealand is certainly intense with them. Great to see them out here. Appreciate your time this morning.